flip it right side out, then all of the seams are inside.
It was a pair of shorts.
I have a pair of pants over here that I accidentally
What?
made a size too small.
No. These idiots. I really do hate that guy.
Who is that dandy?
In any case, we are now fully.
I think
How is
they
there no
can hear
sound?
us.
There's no reason there should be no sound at this point. Everything has been set with it.
Oh, now we have sound. I just checked.
Now they can hear us.
Yeah. Well, they can hear us because they can hear us. I think there was something wrong with your intro, Ark.
Good evening. I look like a dumpster fire, and I'm not sorry.
I'm cutting out pattern pieces.
Look,
for
this is
the series
entirely
project.
Arcturus' fault, and I refuse to take any responsibility whatsoever.
You broke it.
In any case,
You
I don't know why I didn't. It's fine. It's fine.
Did you render it with audio?
Yes, I heard it just fine.
You
He
heard
just
it.
He just didn't export the audio part. It's just the video.
Were you wait? Were you playing it at the same time that your desktop audio was muted, or did you actually import the file complete with audio into the OBS stream?
Yes, but also I mean desktop audio. It was in the OBS. It was run through OBS. I just muted the rest of you, so you.
Did you render? Okay, so in OBS in the settings for the audio, was it monitor and audio for the audience, or was it just monitor? Because then, if it's monitor, then you can hear it, but no one else can.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe it didn't. Maybe the broadcast just didn't do it.
Well, everyone, welcome to the technical difficulties show.
Hold on, I need to solve this problem. It's going to bother me otherwise.
He's not gonna let us continue until he figures out what happened.
Okay.
Oh, and Magog is away.
Monitor only mute output. Why is it that way?
Oh, I love it.
Behind the scenes of technical fucking difficulties. I'm sorry.
You know what? Arcturus has to be professional. I don't. I'm just going to.
No, Celatite, don't step on it.
I'm afraid that.
In my freaking
No,
undershirt.
no. Sorry for the false
I just
start
threw
there.
my work
I'm
shirt
afraid
down
there
and
will be no
sat down.
side quest today. Lord Magog has come down with a very nasty case of
Can
the
you get off my patterns?
fuck nasty. It's
Oh, okay.
particularly foul plague.
Up.
Not even his dark powers can overcome it, nor my kind ministrations, nor Alistair's spells. I'm afraid he is out of commission for this one. Not even death is a cure for it, although, you know,
Someone
It
asked
really
if
hurts
Magog
to
got
try.
to sleep. Yes, but he
in
apparently
any
still
case,
feels like
I'm
post.
certain
That's why he's
he'll be
not here.
back soon
I
enough.
think
It'll be fleeting time.
the
And until then, the cast of
Really, there's
SideQuest
an echo.
would like to present you with these idiots.
Echo.
Oh, it's the Arcton. Where he's playing the video. It's like weird echo.
Not from my end.
I'm so glad it's not me this time.
It's on the actual YouTube.
I'm glad it's not me. For me, it was like me for 3 weeks straight when my thing was fucking up.
Are you okay?
No, I'll be
I
fine.
ended up being
I'll be
frozen.
fine. It'll be
Mark,
fine.
I don't mean to be this person, but also the top like 25 pixels of the actual thing are getting cut off on the display.
Where?
Okay, so if you look at the stream,
How do you see that?
Oh, I see that. Yeah, no.
Where?
It's like that much.
okay, look at the stream and look at the little black
Oh,
line.
I'm not looking at the stream. Hang on.
I'm having such a great time.
Bitch, I'm blind.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm blind. I'm not gonna keep trying. This is why my streams are dumpster fire.
Does
I don't
this
know
meet
shit
the
like that.
standards of your highnesses?
I throw shit up and I'm just like, yeah, that's good. I'm here and
Wait,
people
no,
see
because
me.
my forehead is getting cut off, or maybe I just need to scroll up. Okay, we're good.
My forehead is wait.
No,
You
I'm-
can't tell my door
I
is
didn't know
black.
you
My hair
were
is
the
black.
large forehead gang. You, me, and Lyra.
We need all 20 inches of my forehead out. Woman. Off my cords. I get
That
it.
didn't work.
You're an attention whore, but that doesn't mean you can just well, you can walk around like you own the place.
That's what cats do. It's their favorite hobby. They
Mhm.
shit in the box. They expect you to feed them. God help you if you don't feed them right on the same
Okay.
time every day.
I can't deal with an animal that shits in my house intentionally.
Don't you shit in your house?
Yeah, but I can shit in the toilet and whoosh it away.
Teach
Anyway.
animals to do that too. You try hard enough.
Topics of conversation that make Ark uncomfortable.
Look, I tried to teach the dog to do that, and she just fell in the toilet, and now she won't get anywhere near it.
There's been a bit of a disaster already,
like,
but
"My
that's
butt was
alright.
wet."
I brought the solution.
Alcohol.
The grunge. Yes, hang on.
That was like my nickname in high school because I used to have like the emo haircut where you go down the hair and it show my face because I'm built different. Like, oh my gosh, but he looks like the girl from the grunge. I'm like, you fucking dumbass. I have ginger hair. First of all, retard. I'm not Japanese. I'm just pale and have long hair in my face.
That was not an alinity. All right.
My nickname was Chia Pet. I
For
don't
the
know.
record, I just want to stress this. Arcturus would be raging right now, but I'm not Arcturus because this is an out-of-character stream. I'm
We're out of
on any character you're familiar
It's an out
with.
of character. It's an out of character stream,
Yes.
and you still dress like Dollar Store Frank Castle.
Oh my god.
No. I understand why you're confused. No, I'm not the Punisher. I'm not Frank Castle. I'm Bob Fort.
Boogie, get your
Bob
fucking fat ass out of here. Fucking take your gun out. Fucking faggot. I don't care. You're fucking fat. That was a great YouTube moment. Terrible if I had to live through it, you know. But also a great television. Sometimes great television happens. It's good to be comfy back here, not having to do that kind of thing. Holy shit. Anyway.
Bob Fort.
So,
The
so for
reprimander.
those of everyone who do not understand why it is we're doing an out of character stream. Gog's not feeling too hot, and he has all the graphics, so we can't exactly do a stream without him that is in character with
He's
the full
key to the
capacity.
show.
And also, I wasn't gonna make it home in time to set up, even to fill in, and Lyra couldn't be here either. So it's just like
Whoever could shout.
Yeah, I was wing it. I just like to. I don't like to let the time
walk
slot
through
go
the
to
door.
waste. So
Well,
I
these are nice
could.
to do
So I did.
once a month.
Yeah, well, every
Yeah.
once in a while, yeah. Any case, Magog isn't here to stop us. Who wants to get balls deep in politics?
also Ark never breaks character because it's kind of not a character. That's just Ark.
Ark gets Ark. Ark plays
Yeah.
Ark.
I
Just
could.
Yeah, me
like,
neither.
I could-
That was an absurd suggestion. Who
I-
wants to get balls?
I mean, I could bring up something that's like itching my ass about politics, but I won't if you guys don't want to talk about it.
Look at the dog. She's peeking in. Hi, Lulu. Come here.
I can barely see her.
Lulu. Come on. Watch the door. You can do it. Do you want chicken? Yes.
Valentine's grabbing my
Chicken?
tits. Maybe
Right
this is
Chicken.
Tuesday show.
You got some pussy grabbing your tits.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
You
definitely.
can't have any more. Go
eating.
away.
Thank you, dear.
Grab your face. You're so cute. Nobody wants to talk about the thing that's up my ass.
Potentially
That was a-
metaphorically lewd from some interpretations, but that's kind of how it usually goes. For my part, I've done my part to not make things dangerously lewd by refraining from using a boob mug. It's ceramic. The nipples shouldn't really set off the sensors, but I'm probably playing with fire as it is in regards to goodwill from the guy who
You show
owns
tits like
everything.
half the time on this show. As long as they're not
We
actual tits.
I
It's
am a
like-
wholesome Christian woman
YouTube
at all
who's
times.
listening. I don't have tits to show.
Very well. You asked for it.
Look, there's they said artistic integrity with tits is okay. So
Yes.
we're artsy fartsy over here.
There are tits.
Speak for yourself. I'm autistic.
Well,
You're
that's my
also
business
autistic?
then.
Yeah, El Boyfriendo's nodding at me.
You and Larry are gonna go into an autist fight one day. I'll be here for it.
I will
I'll
win.
be throwing the puzzle pieces at you guys.
How much autism can we fit in one stream? Apparently a lot.
Uh-huh.
2 autists and I have ADD, so we're doing great.
Pretty sure I have
Now, I
that too.
haven't actually been formally diagnosed with any form of mental issue because when I was growing up, no one believed in psychological diagnoses.
Especially if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I hate to play the
generally
sexist thing, but like if you guys ever look up like autism and ADD, and there's a lot of overlap between like the symptoms.
Yeah, the
Like,
guys
like
are overdiagnosed and the girls are underdiagnosed.
yeah, so like boys like with like I'm pretty sure I have it too, the ADD thing. I need to get formally diagnosed. When I had time to get diagnosed, right? It was during a fucking pandemic and no one wanted new what's it called? Patients. So whenever I was looking into it, I happened to notice, I was like, oh wait, people don't acknowledge that boys and girls kind of act differently. And so like any kind of, what they say, the kids say neurodivergence, like of course it's going to affect men and women differently. Like boys are going to be naturally more hyperactive, but that doesn't mean they have ADD. And like boys like with like autism, they tend to be more alone anyways, but just because you're a lonely kid doesn't mean you have autism. Like there's certain symptoms, and also like the way men and women express autism is differently too, because women with autism can be more vocal and can be more present and pretend to be more present than boys can. That's just a thing. Women just are naturally more like social, because due to our biology, we tend to be more social than boys are naturally. So it happens in autism, ADD, whatever. So it's just, I feel like a lot of these kind of charts are made specifically for men in mind, and not really like, hey, maybe women act differently when it comes to autism and ADD and other different kind of psychological disorders.
I
I've noticed a lot
too
of women are
have a dangerously
schizophrenic.
short attention span. I'm sorry, I zoned
Hey,
out.
that's me.
Where are we?
We're talking about how the TISM is overdiagnosed in some genders and
But also, like,
underdiagnosed.
ADD is not really an attention thing, so more as an executive functioning thing.
It's
Oh.
like, it's not just like attention, it's like cognitive, it's like behavioral, it's like it takes over your whole fucking life. It's like you ask anyone with ADD, was there ever a chance that might have like threatened your fucking life? Most of them say yes, like car accidents, get into like machinery accidents, like different kinds of things like that. That I've gotten to almost threatening things too, because I'm pretty sure I have it. So it's just
like having your entire brain on fast forward, but except you can't figure out which asshole has the fucking remote.
it's like if you had a puzzle piece in front of you, right? And you could only put the puzzle piece like together in certain parts, but all the rest is still scrambled because you're overwhelmed with the puzzle piece being scrambled out and you're not finishing it. And you don't have a chance of like focusing on finishing all of it. So you're just like, I'm going to put the puzzle piece together, but I'm going to put this down and work on this other project because this is overwhelming me right now. So
And then you just don't do any of them because
Yeah.
you can't you just sit there.
Stop
and do
discussing
nothing.
my life. I'm feeling attacked.
So, what are we drinking this evening, ladies and gentlemen? I am drinking cupcake Chardonnay
KFC lemonade?
because it was what was cold.
boomer energy drink because I'm a boomer.
Vodka, cheap soda, and a significant amount of cranberry juice mixed in.
Finally, an actual adult here.
I was not expecting that.
I'm not drinking. Either I have to work or I'm gonna go on a hike tomorrow. Depends if I get time off tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I will.
You can drink
requested it.
casually though, right? Like there's an in between completely sober and passed out on the couch with like blackout drunk.
I only
The-
drink wine if like I'm really feeling it, but it's extra calories, so I try not to.
I have a quick announcement. First off, I'm neurotic, so we're basically going to follow the side quest format in that every 30 minutes I'll check to see if there are super chats and Streamlabs, or rather, I'll check super chats. Spooky Weebtrash, in this context, will be handling all Streamlabs for your reading pleasure
Pleasure.
stuff.
I'm just gonna sit here and look pretty. Throw money at me.
I'm just going to stand here and
In
look weird.
singles.
You ever even been to a strip
I
club?
go out
Weebo?
with those last year strippers. I take 10s and 20s. Thank you very much.
Ever been to an
Look,
actual
there are only
strip
two
club,
people here who have
No,
spun
I
tassels.
would love to go just once. I'd love to go to an actual strip club.
though? Girlfriend, let's go.
Weebo just
What?
carries a credit card swiper.
Oh, it's funny. Like last time I went, I'm with my friend. He's got like the
greetings,
biggest
Pat,
crush on
who
Haley Williams, right?
is also drunk.
And-
You're in good company.
What's a Haley Williams?
Yeah, Haley Williams. You know the singer of Paramore? The girl with the orange hair, the bright orange hair?
Oh, okay.
Haley Williams. I think we both know who she is. So-
I think so.
Singer
No,
of
I
Paramore.
think so old. Continue.
So anyway, we went to a strip club, right? And there was this bitch that looks exactly like her. Like the orange hair and everything. And so I was like, hey, can you go to my friend and just go over and strip next to her? She's like, okay. And so she like started stripping on her. She's like, that's so funny that you did that to your friend. I was like, yeah, because you look like Haley Williams. She's like, my real name's Haley. So I was like, I thought that was interesting to embarrass my friend because she got like a lady boner over a lady who looked exactly like Haley Williams. I know, going to strip clubs is fun. It is. But don't ever drink like the alcohol there. It's really fucking cheap
I've
and
still
disgusting.
never been to
I've
a
also
strip club.
heard that you're not supposed to eat at the buffets at the strip club.
Why would you eat? Okay.
I don't know.
I
just
wouldn't
heard that.
eat. I wouldn't eat at any buffet where the lights are low enough that I can't properly see the buffet.
Strictly
This is
speaking,
the closest
I think it's ill-advised to put your mouth on anything in a strip club.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, but I will say, the closest I've ever been to an actual strip club was when I was in France last year. We took a trip to Paris, and I decided on my own to go to the sketchy part of the arrondissements and visit the Moulin Rouge, because you gotta visit the classiest cabaret show in all of the world, the original the place where the can originated from. Come on, of course. It's basically a club where they have like really high end, really top of the line strip dancing, basically. Like topless dancers and all of the bells and whistles with that. Hello, can I help you?
This is the most strip club experience I've gotten in my life, so please do carry on. It's very enlightening.
Well, but they served champagne there too, so of course
Fancy.
you gotta indulge.
Weak.
The cabaret show champagne is not quite in the same vein of things as the strip club buffet. I would venture to guess, right?
I will say, if I ever do go to Chicago and meet y'all bitches, we should go to a gay club before we go to a strip club, because gay clubs are like
We could also go to a cabaret.
so much. Well, that's what a lot of gay clubs have. Is like a lot of the drag queens do that kind of thing.
Drag
It's like
shows.
they'll do dances and performances and also like whatever you can think of. They're so much fun. Like I had like the best time at a gay club, especially in Chicago. That's where a lot of the more famous.
Brad Young has my idea of strip clubs. Why would I pay $10 for a drink to see boobs that I can't touch?
I mean, they might if you're a girl. They're more lenient towards like
for a
men
weak
touching them.
drink because you know they're underpouring.
Like a lot of the women in strip clubs are more lenient to allowing women to touch them than they are men, because they know women won't try to like sneak their fingers inside their butthole and stuff.
Okay,
So, like that,
also,
I mean, like I'm serious. It happens. Like
You're making Ark uncomfortable.
No, I'm laughing because that's
no,
probably true.
Officer Gex
I'm
is speaking to
sad.
me. That's what's making me uncomfortable. He's speaking to me when he says, I don't really do strip clubs. I can get teased for less on the internet.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that is what side quest is 20% of the time.
we are all the
Matt
boobies.
wants to go to Nando's. I don't blame him. Nando's is fucking good, man. I have a bottle of their sauce in my fridge.
Oh. There's a Nando's?
There's two. There's one
Where
in
I know
Lincoln
we're
Park.
going on our first adventure
Nando's.
when I can eat regular human food again.
Nando's.
We're going to a
You
Nando's.
can't hear
That's
it, but
our
the
first
audience is getting the new season side quest background music because I had that playing when we started, and it's novel, but I occasionally get poked in the ear when the first track has a metal guitar, and one of them apparently takes us to Italy.
You should play like comfy jazz music, because we're just like sitting at a bar, just casually drinking, talking with our bros.
I know, but I had to get this off my chest. It was driving me insane. It's fine.
Look
It's fine.
Like
I-
a
look,
copyright-free jazz music or something.
It's
just keep
it's
that
off the
on there.
chest now. It's fine. I can change the music to whatever you like. That won't damage to the stream.
Play Skrillex. Have it scream in your fucking ear. We won't be able to hear it.
Those like 2-hour-long fireplace ambiance.
I see what you're doing there.
What am I doing?
Oh, not you, Spooky.
Oh, yeah, no, the 2-hour-long fireplace ambiance with like the crackly of the flames and like the bustling of the wind, and I don't know, for whatever reason, those ambiance.
Play a bitch eating fucking mac and cheese in the back, and it's just her eating fucking mac and cheese going while we're trying to talk over her. That's great. That's great television right
No,
there.
no one's
That's
hearing
what people
background
pay
music.
to see.
But yeah.
Can someone please tell me what a Nando's is? Asked Brad Young. It's like a fast food
Chicken
restaurant.
place. Yeah,
I've never
it's a
been,
place.
but I've heard good things.
I've heard nothing but good things. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Nando's here or over the pond.
I've
Now,
increased
is
the
it,
audio in the
is
background
it
music.
strictly chicken or is it?
It's
A variety.
it's from a South African dude originally opened it. So it's like chicken sandwiches, regular chicken, and everything's with their like their own special hot sauce made with a special pepper that only grows in South Africa.
Ooh,
It's delicious.
all right, yeah. I'll take you there. We'll enjoy it.
Nando's. Now I'm sad that I have KFC. Because Nando's blows KFC out of the fucking water.
Sounds like
Then
it would
Okay,
be.
so like in terms of chicken, we have like KFC, Popeyes, Nando's, and then Chick-fil-A.
Okay, to be fair,
Right.
Nando's isn't fried chicken.
Okay.
So, but like still.
Oh, variety is
Before
good.
I want to try out Japanese KFC because apparently their KFC is crunchy. It's not greasy. You know how ours is just like soaked in fucking grease? Theirs is like a lot more dry and crunchy and fresh flaving tasting. So
Are those tits on your mug, Ark?
You're
Yeah, you
just
brought
not
it up
noticing?
before.
I've been waving. I told you I had a tit mug, and you challenged me to actually use it, and so I did, and I've been drinking out of this the entire time since. But that's fine. It's fine. I'm used to people ignoring me.
Really detracts from my ability to view the tits.
Chick-fil-A is the best chicken though.
I'll try to find an angle, but I'm not going to really risk the drink. There.
I gotta
Are you
ask-
happy? Here, I'll try to point
color
out
are
better
the
for you.
Dude, you know what? Fried chicken place I need to try, and I don't think there's one in Chicago, and that's a Jollibee because I keep hearing about it and I want one.
Hopefully this doesn't
Remember-
damage the stream.
Apparently,
Hey.
we're also going to be getting a Tesco. I don't know what that means.
Isn't that like? Is that where like the British people buy like it's like their version of Rite Aid or something where they
I
just have
feel
like
like it's British right. I was gonna say it's like British Rite Aid or like British Walmart.
yeah, it's like a general goods store.
I don't
Like, really
think we
cheap
needed
goods.
another version of Walmart in the United States. There's like enough Walmart to go around in the United States. It's like a universal thing where there's countries that don't even have a Walmart and they're just like, yeah, I was at the store today and they were having a Walmart moment, and everyone knows what that means.
Okay, I need to hit a pause because we're moving away from a topic that I wanted to comment on, but people were distracted by my tits.
Yeah, sorry, continue.
On the topic of fried chicken, I recently
Okay.
learned, courtesy of Fact Fiend, that one, the Colonel's secret recipe was actually discontinued because it was too expensive to produce and too complicated for the average employee to reproduce, and that two, the actual Colonel traveled the country in his Cadillac to just visit KFCs, and if it tastes like crap, teach them how to make it right.
That's kind
And-
of like how
That he was sued by KFC, who had hired him as their mascot, for speaking poorly of the chicken that they were marketing under his name, but not using his recipe. And that he won.
that's
Because
kind of how it. Oh my god.
he wasn't speaking ill of the particular chicken restaurant in question, but in fact the entire franchise. That's how he won. It was okay
Are you-
because he was talking about all of KFC.
Are you done,
Alright.
Snapple Can?
Hang on, we
Yes,
have to have a
yes.
conversation with Ark about misleading intonations and tones, because half of that conversation that we just had, the one where no one else was speaking, but Ark was speaking and we were trying to like interject, sounded like it was the end rather than a pause.
Yeah, I think that was his way of trying to fuck with us.
I think it was too, but we're still gonna have a conversation. Ark,
Yeah.
Anyway,
That-
like I
that
was
was
trying to
entirely
say,
the
that's
plan.
how Walmart used to be. Was they used to have him, like the owner of Walmart, like brain party his name. You know, the original creator of Walmart. He used to come by and go to each individual Walmart. He just greet people, treat them like they were humans, and help like had conversations with them. And then when he died, his fucking evil children came by and they just
Yeah.
kind of raped the company to.
Yeah, the founder of Walmart wasn't the problem. It's his fucking crotch goblins that are the problem.
Crotch goblins.
His like daughter is like the richest woman in the world just for being a fucking, just happening to be the best sperm.
She was literally the fastest sperm, and she's the richest woman in the United States.
Hey, you know what? Good for her, I guess, but also you bitch.
Strictly speaking, everything is
Good
ruled
for
by
her. She didn't do anything.
because we don't
No, but, like,
necessarily see.
Good for her, as in. Oh, hello, dear.
Never having any problems that
Right.
poor people and most people have to do.
Like, do you genuinely wish ill will upon a person or ill luck upon a person?
She's not a good. Yes.
No, I don't wish ill will for someone
Well,
being
now,
like
yes, but I mean, like, initially,
No,
before
like would I
no.
ill will upon like little Archie or something that was just born to like
Yeah.
Meghan Markle? No, he's a baby. Of course not. I don't
Okay.
wish ill will on a child.
If you rape your father's company to shit and you don't care about your employees and you really are a fucking psychopath that wants to see
She
the world
really is.
destroyed just for like a crumb of a penny.
Like dead ass, they have to take up food collection for their employees for Christmas because they don't fucking pay them enough.
Yeah, no, there's an actual like food
That's the
can
problem.
drive. There's an actual food can drive that you can actually donate to. It's encouraged by people.
Walmart employees. So yeah, they encourage you to donate to this so that you, the shopper, can subsidize their shitty ass wages. You don't have to be a socialist to think this is the problem.
Okay, look, I'm actually a big fan of capitalism, but suffice to say, you can go to foreign places, and this is one of them. Whenever they're actually paying their employees so low, they actually expect the government to make up the difference. That's
No, like I
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I like Paris Hilton a lot, right? That's because like I like who she is, I like her character, I like I just like Paris a lot. And the reason why she even made like the stupid bimbo character was because she's like a triple threat. She's not only is she really pretty, she's really rich, but she's actually really fucking smart too. So she decided to make her, I'm just so stupid, I don't know what I'm doing, guys. So that she would be
Weebtrash.
more humble and relatable to people, so she wouldn't be an alien. And that's what made her so popular. And she's really fucking smart for it. So I mean,
Weebtrash, I want to stress
what?
this right now. I really and most sincerely hope you are correct.
about what?
No, she's very smart. Paris Hilton is actually fucking.
She's extremely smart. Like if you watch her documentary, there's like several people have commented on her fucking math skills. Here's the thing: like if you were that person of power and you remained that much of a power force and you made your own brand, you're an extremely calculative person. Like a lot of these, like I know beauty influencers, for example, they like to try to be like, I'm just so relatable, guys. I'm so relatable. No, they're extremely calculative people too. Like it's something you have to plan ahead in order to like make your brand. And she's the one who made that and perfected it.
I will grant that is entirely plausible, and then I am skeptical because people who have that much money to play with can hire the right advisors to do the heavy thinking for them.
Well,
Mind
yes.
you, I hope you're right. I could be terribly wrong.
But it
it's just
wasn't her
that-
advisor that said that. It's like her family members and her closest friends that are saying that are
I
just like,
don't-
yeah, she's like really stupid fucking smart. Like, like ever since she was a child.
I hope that is
People
true.
that talk to her when she's not in character are just like, oh no, she's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Very good then. I wish them all the best on that point. If that is true, I just don't assume to believe it's true because I live in a constant state of poorly managed uncertainty, as do we all, if we're being honest. But I hope you're right.
Can I?
Now, granted, she had a huge leg up in the world because she's a Hilton, but still.
It happens.
It could be also that part of their leg up involved a certain edge in the cleverness
Oh, yeah,
that
of course.
resulted
That's
in
what I
having
mean,
the
like,
edge in the
she's a
first
Hilton.
place. Although I don't like that as a whole because that sort of reinforces the whole class system, and I really...
You can be
really-
born into something like that and still completely squander it away by being a gigantic dumbass. Look at some
That
of the
is
Rockefellers.
true.
Like
And
she's
that's
like,
why...
she only got like think like a few $100,000 from her family when she turned 18. Most of her money is her own money.
She
Like,
didn't get a lot.
worked her
She got a
ass
trust.
off. In case you're wondering what I was holding hair. Like,
How do we end up talking about Paris Hilton?
Okay.
So Damien and Brian asked in the chat what I was making, and I'm actually not making anything right now. I'm cutting up pattern pieces for a dress that I'm making for a wedding. It's
But we were
nice.
Jones.
Cool.
That is part of the making.
okay, so it's part of the making, but essentially it's practice for when I get more intricate with my sewing abilities. It's getting back into the groove of things, because what I'd like to do with my sewing, because I have a lot of equipment and I haven't done anything with any of it, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to make the cast fantasy outfits.
Oh no. No, I'm sorry.
No,
No, I didn't say that in relation to the costumes. I mean, that's great. Although now I'm afraid that I've offended you to the point where you might do something terrible with me personally. But
Maybe.
the reason I said oh no is because I've hit the affectionate stage and we've got a full hour and a half remaining. Well, I don't have an angry stage, so we're good on that point.
That is good.
But
yeah, it's a matter of I'd like to take my skills and put them to good use, because I know how to sew, I know how to make clothes for people, and I'd like to take it in a more fantastical direction.
Wow, you've got a good grab for
your
that
own
then.
theme costume.
Have you seen like those those fantasy wedding dresses that are like medieval themed, and they look like you're a fucking fairy or an elf actually with your wedding gown? They're so intricate and sparkly and beautiful.
I have ideas for how I would design it, but I actually think one of my friends has already taken that away from me. As in she also knows how to sew. We grew up sewing together, so she wants that right.
My
Very
favorite thing with
Well,
costumes, and I want to do this.
Elsewhere, I have two things I need to do. First off, as far as I'm aware, Magog is not down with the coof. Could be.
Yeah.
He's
Never
down
know.
with the sickness, though.
He's down with, well,
Ooh,
yes. Yes, that is correct.
Down.
That is objectively correct, Weebo Jones. Well
and then he
said.
got up and told us that he was down with the sickness and probably went back to bed.
And two, it's been...
He's waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning telling us, goes, I don't feel so good. He's like really sick.
Yeah.
33 minutes in the broadcast, so it's time to catch up on Super Chats and Streamlabs. So if I might take the advantage of being the host so I can read the things. First off, Niska, 25, donating $5 to say, no sound, ARK!
I think she paid money for that. Thank you.
I like
It was with a K, no less. They knew. Night Sun then paid C8 5 something or other. Low budget stream as per usual.
Still better than a lot of streams.
Okay, that's more of a Simon Magog than me, so I'm actually pretty okay with that. Next up, Bad Six said, having audio issues, director. Ha ha ha! Villainy!
Yes.
Yes. Ah!
Bad Six.
Kurt, he says. Continue.
Yes, Russell Dixon then paid $5 to say, spooky! Wrong think! Everyone knows that boys are just broken girls! I got the left.
Maybe if you're a tranny groomer.
That's not the left, that's the stupid.
That's the Discord tranny groomers that are always trying to get people into being trans.
No, I say,
I just call them groomers. It's just a different kind of awful at that point.
It's literally like a cult. Like I had to explain to multiple of my I've had to explain to multiple boomer relatives of mine what that is, and it's just like, hey, it's like they're in a cult, they're being groomed to doing stuff that they wouldn't normally do. And even though, little Frederick over there is saying, oh yeah, I was actually queer the whole time, there's no indication of that. It's more just like he's lost.
This is
response. One of my coworkers is very much into the as they them pronouns and everything, and I mentioned maps, and they're like, what's a map? Because they're not on any social media or anything. They're just a normal person that goes to work every day. And I showed them, and they're just looking. They're like, oh no, this is bad. This is, and I'm like, is this he's like, is this everywhere? He's like, I'm just like, it's really like fucking, they're everywhere. He's like, oh no,
Look.
no. They can't get in.
There
They're
are
like,
a
they can't
few
get in.
points that should and must rally all of humanity, and that is the
Everybody hates
actual threat to children in that context. That's a big one. Cuties and Netflix needs to die in a fire. They were involved in it, and Netflix.
I also showed them Cuties, and they're like, this trailer makes me deeply uncomfortable. I'm like, as it should.
I mean, like, it's so, like, if you wanted to make the whole thing, you know, this is, I mean, if you wanted to make the whole thing, well, this is obviously bad, right? And why the fuck would you make, you know, basically pornography while trying to say, oh, this kind of CP is wrong, you know?
The key difference.
What I was trying to get at, though, real quick, director. Only 20% of, like, all humanity is on Twitter, and it's, like, the 20% concentrated most shit, and the other 80% of any of those groups are completely unaware any of this shit is happening.
Well, that's going to make them aware of it. Regarding Netflix, the key thing
I'm trying.
is the depiction. Depiction is fantasy. If they'd use primordial dwarfs or cartoons or CGI, I wouldn't give a shit. They use actual kids. That's like making a documentary about the evils of puppy murder by braining puppies on camera for 2 hours.
Yes.
Did you guys get into that hole where it was like the people, what was it, like Sundance? So I was promoting it, and like the people who run Sundance, one of the dudes was an actual convicted pedophile. It's I mean, like, it's one, well, I don't want to depress the stream, but it's like one of those things once you like learn about how all the shit's connected, it blows your fucking mind. So
okay, I don't understand
anyway,
this sort of thing that makes me viscerally angry, so we need to move on shortly.
Let's not talk about pedophilia.
I knew a lot of people who I respected, a lot of very intelligent people, a lot of acknowledged intellectuals who couldn't grasp why Cuties was a problem.
Honestly, if Cuties had been animation, I would have had significantly less problem with it because no actual people would have been hurt.
I would have no problem at all. I would have liked it.
Oh no, I would have hated it, but I wouldn't be like, y'all need to be arrested.
Yeah. Okay, we should probably get
Little
on
Miss
the...
Sunshine's a better execution of that kind of like statement of beauty pageants and like way it obviously is like grooming circles for children to like get into like insecurities and get into like false sense of hoods and like, oh well, this is normal when they get into adulthood too, especially.
Objectively.
My big thing was,
so I think that we should probably redirect away from this topic of conversation. The chat does not seem to be enjoying it, and it is kind of a downer.
Thank you, Ebo Jones, for pointing that out. I will acknowledge this immediately. I will say one more thing. A Syrian film was objectively better.
Well,
that was a shitter.
I don't know about that, but they did do a better job at like protecting their child star than Cuties did.
That's exactly why.
So Officer X has asked me if I'm gonna make a Xena Warrior princess dress. I could. Thorne, would you like to wear that?
Weebo Jones, I want to say once again, I really appreciate you.
I need your sizes.
I
appreciate your counsel.
I was half kidding, but okay.
Moving on.
Well, and I also need an actual pattern to work.
We are moving on. We're talking about Xena Warrior Princess.
Yes, I'm following your advice, Weebo Jones. I'm trying to move on. I agree.
They just read the next super chat. Come on.
Okay, look. Orosef donated to whatever the hell that is to say, I am here for the weird. And that's good because holy shit, have we delivered.
That's what we got. Hey, I wanted to talk about fried chicken. Don't look at me.
And
also, Popeye's is disgusting, and I'm not sorry. Disgusting.
And finally, we're going to Streamlabs.
Oh my god, this pattern would cost me like $45 for the Xena Warrior Princess one. Sorry, I just looked it up.
Smoking pattern.
Well, you have to understand. It's probably one, an older pattern. Two, it's probably not in production anymore because it's not like it's, I don't know, Daenerys Targaryen dress or whatever. So it's a little bit older, and and
this
it's like it's older, so it's more expensive.
Your talk.
Hey babe,
so yeah, like I know, like sometimes you can get patterns like PDF files of them, especially if they're like newer. You can print them off that way. But I know with like old patterns from like the early 2000s and the 90s, especially, they're like going up in price too.
Yeah.
We have one last.
It would take forever because I have limited free time, but I would be happy to do that. It would be a good time. And I
One
can
last-
film it too.
super chat to address, and then we go to Streamlabs, which is Spooky Weebtrash's job, so I can interrupt them and make their job difficult. Any
There we
case,
go. 31.
Night Sun paid more funny money that hypothetically is 5 to say, okay, is it now 4.5 boobs?
Are you the half?
No, I'm the half.
You're the
I'm bound by honor and ethics not to comment. In any case, we're down to Streamlabs, so this is your job, Spooky Weebtrash. Enjoy.
Okay. Brian donated $20 to say, just for content, smiley face. Thank you, Brian. The Infidel donated $20 to say, here's some money for the coffers, I assume. So, thank you. The Amazing Critter Man donated $20 to say, I very much appreciate the 4 of you doing an out-of-character stream instead of skipping the night. Thank you. Well, that's why we do it, for the fans, the people that love this show.
Sorry about the weird tangent.
I mean, also, we're also autistic and ADHD, so you get what you fucking get in this show, I guess. But you guys seem to like it, so it's fine. All right. And
Also, by the way, to answer the earlier, I'm sorry, 31, 26, 31.
Oh, is that your your size? Is that your bust size and your hip size?
Yeah.
We'll talk after the stream. Because there are a few other measurements that I'll need.
And Officer Gex donated $10 to say, let's get weird.
Yeah, go get weird now.
Thank you guys for donating.
Yes, I generally appreciate the support, and you're helping me prove a point besides, even though you don't necessarily know it, so yay! Smoking Rat says, why am I casting the SQ crew for Xena? Look, Smoking Rat, if you want to wear the costume, we'll make a space for you.
I really fucking miss cosplaying and conventions and all that. I think I said that last time out of character streams, but holy shit. It's so therapeutic. Like if you guys have never put on the dress and been out and just lived vicariously through a character at a convention where people will go there to meet a certain type, like an anime or Star Trek, anything. It's so great.
I've done Star Trek before. It's really fun. That's the only cosplay I've ever done was Star Trek. I don't have
if
any
for
pictures,
any
though.
reason you get the Xena Warrior Princess pattern, I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not going to say you should. I'm struggling with some financial concerns myself. Rat needs something.
Rat needs something.
Rat needs
Rat
something.
can be Hercules.
I think he deserves it for that comment. But-
You know what? If I had the time, if I had the materials, if I had the patterns, I would make Xena Warrior Princess outfits for all of the cast.
Okay.
Side quest.
I'm going to announce something here because I feel terrible about something regardless. This is not in regards to Rat, by the way. This is completely extraneous. I want to stress that someone has actually, for Arcturus, commissioned a fantastic piece of armor, which I am going to have him model luxuriously at great length. But I'm having some difficulty securing it. I will. It's been delayed, but I want to stress that Sean White has done something quite remarkable, and they deserve credit for that.
They may or may not be offering me the same. So.
Yeah, I also know they put you in a pretty nice dress besides. I mean...
Yes. That was the, this is so cool and so freaking comfy, I have to say again.
Yeah, I just feel
I think
bad
I can
it's been
unironically
delayed
wear it out.
by bureaucracy and my own limited petty cash funds.
I'm actually gonna wear it out in normal society because it's beautiful. So
Do it. Dude, I have costume items in the costume closet that could double as being. I have worn them in normal person public stuff. I can show you some of the costume items that I have. I have
Are you
2
showing
corsets.
off?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's show off. Hang on, I gotta put the dummy back on my ear thingy. Let's show off.
oh god. Okay.
My affection mood has me feeling also intensely gratitude. I want to be grateful and stuff. So while they're wandering off doing whatever the things they do in the places where they do things, I'm just going to say that I really do deeply appreciate everyone who has supported SideQuest and all of this wacky bullshit fun we have.
Wacky.
It's pretty wacky.
Wacky. Random.
No, not random. It's not
Waffles,
random.
Lamau.
It's not. No, we're not monkey cheese. LOL.
You said monkey cheese?
Ooh, whoa!
If you guys are familiar with like season 2, season 3 of SideQuest, you'll remember that this is the winter thief outfit for when thief wants to go to winter in the mountain range areas. That's nothing new. I like showing that off because that was a nice find. That was 10 years ago. I found that at this lovely Native American store.
Appropriation.
This
my grandmother
reminds
bought
me about Curse's mug. I love
And
that
this was
mug.
before cultural appropriation was a thing. But the other thing that I wanted to show off is actually a piece of a costume that I'm working on for the thief currently, and it is this like really lovely velvet coat right now that I bought off Amazon. But I am still working on it because obviously it's just purely red velvet, but it has this really ugly purple lining at the edge of it down here, and then this interior right here. It's flimsy and it's already ripped. I've worn this coat exactly twice, and it's already ripped.
I will
And
say,
so-
if anyone is interested in cosplaying, they want something easy and comfortable to wear during like the summer, go as
Yeah.
Pokemon trainers.
Do it.
Pokemon trainers are like they always wear shorts and comfortable clothes, so it's easy to buy. So just like tip from there.
I like shorts because they're comfy and easy to wear. You get a cookie if you get that reference.
They are comfortable to wear. So the last piece of thing that I am fixing on this is I'm installing this nice gold gilded belt, and I'm gonna have to sew it on instead of iron it on because it's velvet, so you can't exactly iron on to velvet.
It's gonna
but
melt.
it will melt velvet, and it'll be a nightmare. And I'll
It smell bad too.
$10 because this coat was super cheap, and it shows by some of the fabric. But it's a very long project. It's a process and execution, but it also has. I'm going to be installing these two little belt buckle items instead of the flimsy just snap button that it came with, because well, it was a flimsy snap button and it didn't hold together correctly. So this is the current project I am working on for the thief. After this,
really cool.
I can work on literally anything else project wise for the cast.
All right, my turn.
Okay.
So I haven't worn these in a freaking minute. This is the original pauldron that I had for FISA. So this is like when I took all my original stuff in. I wore it quite a bit when I was first on SideQuest. And one of the reasons I don't wear it anymore is because I don't think anybody's ever seen the inside. This is uncomfortable as all fuck. My husband got these for me, and I'm grateful, but like everything that you see it's shiny in here basically just digs into your skin. So my big plan, my project is to actually put felt on the inside of it. Just to
I
cover
have a
these.
full suit of plate mail I can't wear because it's not fit around my arms properly. It was meant for a much shorter person. I love the
I just
armor.
need to cover these rivets.
I needed
I
to
got-
own a full suit of plate armor. I can't explain why. We don't have time.
I got most of my Alistaria stuff from Killstar, which I know Thorne knows what that is, right? Killstar.
Yeah.
And they have really good like witchy-esque clothing. I have like on my Amazon store if you guys are interested. Like,
They do, but they're on my ban list for reasons.
yeah, I got like more like witchy themed dresses and all that. But like that's where like if I want to invest in some clothing that I know it's gonna last me a while, I always go to Killstar because that's a really good place for like witchy goth apparel. Apparel.
My, I hate
The
to interrupt.
replacement, it is pushy.
I'll keep this short. But I've changed the music. My co-guests and hosts and co-hosts and beloved co-workers aren't aware of this, but I've switched to a safe music playlist featuring, most importantly, Pogo, who I just linked in chat, because it's not in the description because Magog did all that, and I didn't think that far ahead. This particular song is Hubakanda, which is made entirely from audio clips Well, not entirely. But from audio clips of Televangelist, and it was hilarious because he farted and it was great.
Please,
Poga.
please send that to me because that sounds amazing and I want to hear it.
Pogo's great. Like, he had his account recently hacked, like, I want to say, like, a year ago, and like, all of his shit was gone, which is, like, terrible, but then he got his account back.
Well, that's a terrible loss. I really do. I bought his songs because I really appreciated his general commitment to just absolutely having fun and trolling the fuck out of everyone.
I just like dunking on televangelists pretty much every chance I get because they're awful.
Me too! Oh,
They're just
I
awful.
wrote blog posts about how they should have gone to Africa and cured Ebola with hands-on.
You know what are, like, the biggest scam artists, though? The ones that, like, are like, I can get this fucking demon out again. And they do, like, the whole, like, they do the forehead thing, they're like, begone, demon!
The
one
spirit
to
of
do with
Christ compels you!
I'm sorry. Have you not met multi-level marketers?
I mean, it's basically the same thing, except at least you might get an overpriced product with the multi-level marketer, and you get bullshit with telemarketer.
Oh my god. Imagine getting paid just to hit people in the forehead all day.
Aw.
Pretty much. I
I
want to
would
get paid to
love
hit
that
people in the
job.
forehead.
Give me
I'll
that
take
job.
it. I'll take that job. Have you seen the one where he has the fucking his like jacket and he does this and the whole freaking crowd falls down?
No.
Just all of them. It's
I
like a wave
appreciate-
of people just
I-
falling before a white blazer.
I go back and forth of whether or not I should do a Jared Leto video just on his cult, because no one really has done a video on that I've seen before. I'm sure it exists somewhere, but just
I
like
keep forgetting
going
he
into
has a cult.
discussion of it, because it's so fascinating how this dude, who, like, I fucking hate Jared Leto. He's pretty, but oh my god, he's a fucking asshole, right? Huge asshole.
I don't
Like-
know. I wouldn't. I have no opinion.
No opinion on him.
I don't know enough about him to have an opinion.
So, you know, he played as the Joker, like, in
Yes.
fairly recently, right? So what he
Yes.
would do is
That
he
is
would
the
leave
extent of my knowledge.
dead rats towards his coworkers. He's a method actor. So which that basically means he acts like an asshole all day, every day on the fucking set. He treats people like shit. Thinks he's better than everyone else. Looks like fucking Jesus. And you know when white men try to look like Jesus, that means they run a cult. I don't know what it is exactly.
When you grow your hair and start looking like the European version of Jesus, you have to form a cult. It's a rule.
Yeah,
It's
so that's exactly what Jared Leto did, is he ran a fucking cult. And he has one in an island where all these unfortunate looking middle-aged women will come by and be like, I just really love his presence and I love what he has to say. But no, bitch, you fucking horny for Jared Leto and you think getting into this fucking cult will get your fucking coochie snatched with him. Like, you're fucking so stupid.
Yeah, I
Middle-aged
want to
with-
stress that I hate Jared Leto not just for his dismal portrayal of the Joker, but as a person.
He's like, what's his name? The guy who played in The Mask.
Jamie Kennedy.
not
Jerry.
Yeah.
Don't
Jerry.
you speak ill of
Jerry.
Jim Carrey. I know he's gone a bit squiffy
He's
since,
like an asshole, Jim
but
Carrey.
the original
Jim
Mask
Carrey.
was perfect.
He did
Well,
some
One at a
bull-
time, please.
Not the original
Alright,
Mask.
This is a silly
I know-
problem.
I know there's an
We're in
older-
elementary
Okay,
school.
fine. I'm trying to pace
Raise your
myself. There are a few
I
points I
look
want to
like
make,
that talking feather. I will.
You look like a teacher too right now.
I know.
Your glasses.
Swear to God, I will go full librarian on your asses.
That's something I need. I need a quill. We all need a quill, honestly. It's just
I
useful
have
to have
two.
around.
You want my spare one? I have a black one and I have a red one.
I still have a few points to make.
I'll take the black one, that's fine.
honestly,
I like the
It's
red
got a
sword.
little bit of ruffling going on here, but
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll dial it
now I have
down.
current
I need to
piano,
make.
and then I have a nice like ink that goes with it.
I have people working on projects that will bitch if I make too much noise, so yes, I'll dial it down. It's fine. Go
You
on, make
mentioned
your
multiple
points.
marketing,
I have points to
now I
make
have-
too, but it's all yours. I'm gonna shut up as of now.
MLMs are the worst, by the way. Have you ever been like desperate for a job and then you show up for a job interview and it's just fucking Primark?
Does Cutco
Yes,
count
yeah.
as an MLM?
Yes, 'cause it's the same company.
Oh,
Primark.
Oh,
owns
yeah.
Cutco.
they're the ones that have you
Sell knives.
sell knives. Okay, that's what I
You
thought
have
it
to
was.
buy the
Okay.
kit first,
Yes.
and it's like $200.
Or like
Yeah.
Mary Kate is like the one of the worst ones
Oh,
about
Mary
it too.
Kate is the OG MLM. That's the old lady boomer MLM.
I've never
You ever
heard
been
anyone.
to a Mary Kay party?
Oh,
Yes.
that sounds awful.
I have. I was like 8.
I've also been privy to a Tupperware party. Which is about the most 70s thing a 5-year-old can go to.
Oh my god. Honestly, say my parents are very antisocial, so like that. I never had to be forced to go to those things.
Is it
Never
like
got
a social party? Yes, but with
It wasn't. It wasn't a social thing so much as it was like a we need to support our relatives kind of thing, you know?
That's the trap, isn't it? Because this is what happened with my cousin. She's trying to sell like shitty fucking Walgreens makeup. And I don't want to go to the party. And my mom's like, you need to be nice to your cousin. Like, she's not even actually related to us. It's hood relations.
Look, if
Oh,
you wanted to be
really?
nice to your cousin, though, the right thing to do is tell her you're being fucking manipulated right
She
now.
has kids. And I'm just like, then she needs to stop spending money on shitty makeup that no one wants to buy.
Yeah.
Can't confirm.
I did.
If you're gonna invest that much money into like selling shit, at least make your own unique item like on Etsy, right? Because I love buying unique stuff on Etsy. It's comfy feeling, it's charming.
Etsy
And then you
is
have
great.
you have this unique piece of art, like if I could find it.
I've spent so much on Etsy. Oh, yeah.
I bought the new hat for the thief was bought on Etsy. And I almost thought I was gonna have to do a back charge because it took forever to get to me. This is why I only buy shit at flea markets. Like this knife and the other knife that I bought, flea market. The Damascus blades, both of them were flea market. I got them for $50. And the sword that I have, that was bought at the Renaissance Fair.
You get this like unique coaster made out of resin. You know a bitch is going through something when she goes through resin. Right? She looks at resin and starts thinking about making resin. It's so aesthetically pleasing.
I literally didn't pay for this. Sean White did. But look how cool this is. Etsy is awesome.
Yeah.
That's my my bracer. So
Yeah, invest in a business that you know you enjoy making stuff instead of getting manipulated by, companies that, obviously get money off of you. Because it's ran by a sociopath that don't give a fuck about you.
anti-MLM is actually an entire genre on YouTube. It's just people warning
Good.
people, mostly women. Like 99.9% of them are women warning other women about
Well,
this
it's
thing.
because it's totally marketed towards like housewives that they literally cannot
They
balance
have
work.
nothing better to do and no other marketable skills than
Single moms,
that they have socially.
single moms, new moms, and military wives are the three that they go after really, really hard, especially the military wives, because they know the husbands are sending them money home. And they're not there to see what they're spending it on.
Yeah.
Those are the three that they go after real, real hard. And it sucks, It's really shitty, because they literally go for, like, the moms that have just had babies.
Mhm.
Yeah, the most vulnerable of the society.
And like, they pull this shit, they're just like, oh, but you want to be a good mother and stay home with your child, right? Fuck you,
I feel obligated to ask what Ark is doing in the background there with his
Right,
finger.
he's been quiet for a while.
Sniffing his finger.
Well, here's the thing with
Yes,
Ark.
I got grief for giving you
I-
interrupting, so
am-
I'm giving you another minute still.
I'm concerned with Ark because I feel like when he's too quiet, he's getting into trouble. Like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, Ray said, again, my ex is a single mom before I was dating her, and her relationship with Arbonne lasted longer than ours. It do be that.
Well, like that's the only way you can make money is if you stay in these companies for like years and you get employees yourself to use.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can make money.
The only way you can make money is by scamming other people into
They're doing the same thing that you're doing.
the thing.
The other ones, the products are usually crap. In the case of Monat, like, people literally lost their fucking hair and sued the company. Like, their hair fell out. They were saying, oh, it's just your body, like, purging itself. No, my fucking hair.
You will listen to me now. 5 minutes.
all
I
right.
maintained myself for the most part. I wanted to read a thing from chat, and I couldn't because you had things to say, and that's fine. I respect that. But I just found
We
this
are
really
women.
amusing, and I know other people in chat since have said probably things that are at least equally as witty, and as amusing, but I wanted to remember to say this thing, so I'm going to. Brad Young said, I didn't realize Thorne's legs were so long. They go all the way up and make an ass of themselves.
You just wanted to read that one out specifically. Fuck you, Art.
Yes!
I do have a lot of leg though. I'm like mostly
I
leg.
liked that one, and it was sort of a backhanded compliment besides. It was
I'll take it.
great.
Women asses, am I right? Am I right?
Ayo.
I'm right.
I think
No.
I've turned around a couple times on this stream now, actually.
Apparently Izub is here, and I haven't even played the Airwolf theme. You don't, it's an inside joke, you don't get it, I understand.
No.
I
Just suffice
do.
to say that you do? Holy shit, that's
Yes.
gotten
Tried
around.
to explain it to us, unfortunately.
And that, in any
Explain
case,
it.
that,
know,
Not now.
I'm blonde.
Not now.
Fine.
Don't explain. Don't
we
explain.
don't,
Explain.
we don't, we probably don't have time, we only have another hour besides. That said, that done, that's all I wanted to address because I thought it was really funny at the time. Also, the countdown, I thought that was pretty clever too. But I'm vain. Look, moving on, we have Streamlabs, but no more super chat, so...
Cause it's
I have Streamlabs. Do you have any
No,
super chats?
I just
No,
said
right.
that.
Oh,
They don't
sorry.
want to hear
I wasn't
me
paying
speak.
All right. So Luna Shine donated $1 to say, "What is your favorite activity away from side quest, and why?"
I like to read and I like to create things. I like to write actually. I've been working on a book for forever and it will not get done in the next 10 years because I'm lazy as fuck. Not lazy, but I just 8 million other things to do on my plate. But it's a process. It's a work in progress. And I don't even know if I actually want to complete it, if it's actually good enough to bother with all of the hours that it would take to complete it. So
Well, I like to redact it.
Sex
That
joke.
including-
Anyway, what do you like, Thorne?
No, it's a sex
Me,
joke. That's
I
weird.
like to play indie video games like Stardew Valley and Monster Train and RimWorld and a few others. I'm trying to get into like more serious gamer games, but I've hated all of them that I've played so far.
Okay, more
Dude,
serious
playing these
answer.
titles is the way to go, honestly. That makes you have a niche audience.
I have enjoyed Valheim on occasion. In fact, I bought it for a few people. I like Deep Rock
everybody say
Galactic.
Valheim. I'm trying.
Dwarves.
I'm gonna get it. I will.
The plural
know,
of dwarf is dwarves.
I
I
also
know.
like to do world building, which I have just recently gotten brave enough to actually share some of it in my Discord. And I'm slowly trying to do a thing, but I don't know what that thing's gonna be yet.
Fun fact,
I just
also from
build world.
Fact Fiend. Apparently, Tolkien invented the plural of dwarves being dwarves, and he was correct, and Fact Fiend was wrong in saying that he was wrong. So, fuck you, Fact Fiend. Fuck you. It's dwarves! Dwarves, damn
someone
you!
brought up Tolkien. I am in the process of reading Lord of the Rings right now. I have finished The Two Towers.
He
I am working on the
deserves.
last
Tolkien deserves to dictate the plural of dwarves.
Honestly.
My favorite thing to do outside of side quest, I do like writing. I'm obviously writing if you guys don't know, I'm writing a documentary on a certain YouTuber, which is taking forever because it's the same problem I'm sure you experience in Weibo, where it's like, I've got a million things to do and I've got to hyper focus and take my time, write 1 to 2 hours every day. And it's like,
Well, scripting has never been an issue for me. It's the minutia of details that you get lost in
Yeah.
regarding the book and like, okay, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
it-
What are we
same-
doing with the plot? What are we doing with this character? And
I don't have a storyline at all. I just have parts of world.
Well,
I
it's like
have
it's similar with documentaries. Like it's like you have a narrative you have to write, right? You can go into so much detail about a human person, especially if they've been on the internet or done stuff for like 10 plus years. Like you have so much content to go through. So I have a lot of respect for like my friend Cecil, Toad McKinley, Frederick Knudsen is also fucking great. I have a lot of respect for those people. That's the kind of content I want to work on. Oh my god, he's one of my favorite YouTubers ever. So. But it's obviously very fucking hard to do, especially if you have ADD, which again, I suspect that I have. I'm not saying whether I do or not. But other than that, playing video games, again, like what Thorne does, the last video game I played was Yakuza Like a Dragon, which You should absolutely fucking play, every single fucking person here. It is a charming, fantastic game with great characters and a great story. It's great.
Sorry.
Weebtrash, speaking of Weebtrash, maybe you can help me out here. I have been searching for a quote, I think it's from one of the Yakuza games, about a thief feeling that accusing people of stealing. Oh crap! I've lost the eloquence to.
You have to go into specifics because it's about the Yakuza. Everyone's a criminal in that game, so.
He accuses liars of lying and says that you have to take responsibility to overcome, not just be someone who blames other people for your own sins. How?
That's like every Yakuza game is about getting involved with the family of Yakuza, and then it's something like going against you, someone like trying to go at, what's it called? Being two-faced, and that's literally what Yakuza is about. It's going through the family, and you're pushing your loyalty and what friendship and being in a family means to you. So that's what Yakuza is really about. Yakuza is actually a really fucking sad, but great. It's a great time. If you guys don't know anything about Yakuza, look into it. It's fabulous. Even if you're not into weeb shit, it's a good game. Other than that, I would say I have all sorts of fucking little hobbies I'm into. I was into drawing and art for the longest time. I was an art student originally. Practicing music. Not going to go into detail about that because it's like whether or not I have time for that. And one of my other favorite things to do is just relaxing. Honestly. Just waking up on a Saturday morning or something, whatever day I have off, and just sitting there, drinking my coffee, laying in bed, scrolling through Instagram, and just me time. One of my favorite things to do is just relaxing. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Anyway, other Streamlabs. Let me drink some water real quick. And just chimed in at $1 to say, have you had a personal project that you wish went differently? How so? E.g. terrarium or a short story. Yeah, all the time. All the time, especially if you do YouTube.
I have so many projects I have not adequately completed that it haunts me deeply to the point that it's almost crippling.
Like, if you ever do, like, YouTube is like any other kind of art project you work on. You're gonna have a lot of crappy projects, and sometimes you film yourself, you go through the trouble of writing something, you film, and you're like, this doesn't feel right. I don't want to this doesn't represent me, my brand, my YouTube, what I have to say, the story narrative, and it's just like, it doesn't go your way, you throw it out. So it happens to every kind of artist out there.
Yeah, the best small art project to actually go well, for the record, besides, of course, my sculptures for the SideQuest cast, which I don't think anyone even recognizes who they're supposed to be, is the sort of allegory about elves and the inward. I don't think anyone even remembers that. I thought it was...
Like Knife Ear?
No.
I've had a few projects go sideways, from thought patrols to actual videos, and it's actually, at this point, it's kind of depressing how much that affects my work ethic, but no one cares about the YouTube side of shenanigans regarding Weibo. I have a pair of pants
me about failed projects.
If you're a perfectionist and you do internet content, if you're a perfectionist and you do internet content, doesn't go well because internet content thrives the more shit you put out. So,
okay, I know Dork Oracle isn't watching, but I want to apologize. You sent me material for How to Destroy Enemies to Earn Applause Part 3, Feminism, and I never made it, and it haunts me to this day.
See, perfect example.
I made a pair of pants for myself that were both too big and too small in all of the wrong and right places, so I abandoned them. But before I abandoned them, I made an attempt to make them fit me, and this does work, or at least it did 2 years ago.
I'm gonna buy me some bell bottoms next time for pants. I think they're coming back in style.
I tried so hard to make a pair of denim pants. This is like the most advanced thing that I've ever had to work on, and it worked out really well. Like, you can see the stitching in the back, super intricate, right? There's pockets, and you can actually see where the hip lining lines up, and then I actually installed the zipper, and that's like always super difficult, and it works too. The zipper goes up and it goes down. It goes up and down. And the pockets, they have an internal lining. It works.
Whoa, girl pants that are deep that you put your hand in?
I did, but like
that's overdue.
because I realized I was never going to be able to wear my own pants that I made.
What about you, Thorne?
Make them right.
What?
Ever have a project that you worked on where you're like, fuck this, at the end of it? You just threw it out.
My entire ass YouTube channel has been dead for 2 years and yet somehow still gains subscribers. I'm not really sure how that happens. But I started doing like horror narrations and shit, and I had a bunch of recordings for like this 5-part story, of which I got 2 edited and shit. And I just fucking abandoned it.
Okay,
It's
I've
never
had
gonna be
zero
right.
growth, or close to zero growth, for both my SCP Stream main channel and, of course, my not SCP related annual Saturday stream channel for way too long.
YouTube's hard, unless you clout chase. If you're a clout chasing retard and you have no, like, you don't care about how you represent yourself, you don't have any artistic value, and you just care about money and numbers, you'll fucking excel. But if you have any kind of value in your craft and you want to constantly improve and you don't upload it often enough, then, well, it sucks to suck. You don't get
Or
rewarded.
you're a trend chaser, in which case none of us would be here and we'd all be making YouTube videos on something.
We'd be like
Yeah.
David Drover filming our asses and be like, "Whoa, bro, look at this gay shit happening."
I'd be balls deep in that Onision documentary, guys.
It's
really
tempting.
bad!
It's just not
I haven't seen it.
sustainable,
I don't care.
and I really can't stand being involved in anything that revolves around throwing other people under bosses.
See, I have a day job that inhibits me from being on top of shit like one would be as a clout chaser. So, if I am to create YouTube content, it's going to be original, it's going to be something that I enjoy doing, and it's going to be original.
This is going to sound very insincere coming from someone who's never hypothetically out of character and is generally quite absurd, but I'm not content, I'm not comfortable at all with presenting views that I am not sincere about. Unless I can make it very, very painfully clear to absolutely everyone involved I'm being sarcastic as fuck.
I could call out a few YouTubers that are not sincere.
I
But
could
I won't.
think of a few myself.
Oh, man, it's not like there was a whole fucking movement recently of certain kind of septics or anything. Oh wait, sorry.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Oops.
Anyway, so this isn't intended to be one of those streams. So why don't we read more of the super chats if we have any?
Well, we do have a few more,
Lunashine.
but we haven't hit the correct
Hey,
time.
hey,
no,
hey. I have
no.
one more.
I love
Rock,
Lunashine,
paper,
but
scissors.
we have to pace these things.
I have one
Because
more.
I have a schedule, I have to obey it. This is part of my personality. You know this.
All right. Arc,
Oh, wait,
Arc,
no,
be a little bit
actually,
more flexible.
Weibo is correct. There's just something they were supposed to have read some time ago, and it's just been
Yeah.
30 minutes since they should have.
Because they asked us questions, we were thinking about it and having discussions. So
I was gonna say this was supposed to be before. We're
You
late.
need to be a little bit more flexible there, Arc. It's okay.
alright.
I am
So
willing to
Lunashine
admit where I failed. Go ahead.
donated $1 to say fairs and antique stores have some crafty and fascinating items. If you've been to one of these places, what do you find the most desirable to look at or purchase? I haven't been to an antique store in a very long time, but I've been to cons, I've been to all sorts of places like that. I really like people who make stuff with their hands. Like, isn't just like a product that you have to buy from a brand or anything that's super expensive. I like something that's obviously hand created by the individual and get to see what they make, and that's the kind of thing I like the most and what I'm more likely to buy. Like keychains from people, like little stuff like that, little like house stuff that I would need, that it's a unique item that they created. That's the stuff I like.
I like dishes. For whatever reason, in antique stores, they always have that section that is entirely dedicated to just China, and it's not even matching sets. It's just a whole bunch of random odds and ends and baubles and stuff
Those
that
are my favorite.
you don't know what you're gonna do with. For the life of you, there's nothing that matches, but you want to buy that cute little salt shaker or that little like teacup that doesn't match anything else that the stall has.
Buy them
just-
and put plants in them.
I love China for whatever reason.
Seriously, buy them and put seedlings in them.
I'm not
And
bothering
you're
either
using
way.
it.
Suffice to say, Mr. This is actually a pretty relevant question for me personally. I am a big fan of secondhand shops, resale. You get a lot of very old things that people don't value anymore. Like, say, this particular blade, which I only have by virtue of Brian Yoda, thank you again, who commissioned me to pick up props myself because I'm so damn cagey and such a pain in the ass to buy anything for. Ever since Amazon failed me. Amazon?
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget that, Bezos. I'm never going to forget that.
I think in terms of shopping, I prefer to do it secondhand. And that goes for clothes as well as literally anything. Because if it's being sold a second time, most likely it will hold up for a long time.
Yes.
Whereas, like, if you buy IKEA furniture from Amazon, it's not going to hold up very long.
That is an excellent way to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some IKEA furniture actually holds together pretty okay if you actually glue the seams, too.
I don't want to glue my furniture together.
That's so
Why?
ghetto.
I want it to be, like, solidly nailed into place and, like,
You can also nail it into place.
carved directly into my castle. I don't know.
I used to work there. It depends on what you get. Hit me up if you ever have to go there.
We'll talk.
I'll tell you what not to get.
I think I know exactly which IKEA you're talking about.
Of course, there's only one in this area.
I know.
You guys
I-
know yeah? I've never
Right.
heard
Alright, so I really like thrift stores, especially like the grody ass fucking church thrift stores, because sometimes you know somewhere in the store there's just 95% of it is shit, but there's like gonna be that one thing that's really fucking good that's gonna make your entire day. I like consignment stores, and then like there's also the thrift stores that are a little bit choosier on what they take and what they don't.
Yeah.
But the problem with them is they tend to be more expensive than like the church thrift store.
One time,
Oh,
I
and flea market.
purchased
Flea
a
markets are my
complete
bread
set
and butter.
of Japanese pornographic chopsticks from a Salvation Army store.
Wait, what? Pornographic?
I don't think they knew what they had. It was hilarious. And then how
It's
could I
the
possibly be
Salvation Army. I guarantee you they didn't know what they had.
No.
'Cause they-
uh,
Yeah.
I
Do they have,
I
like,
thought that was
tentacles
quite
on
the
them or some
find.
shit?
I treasure them still.
What else? Antique stores are okay, but like I think a lot of them now know what they have, so now they're way too fucking expensive.
Yeah, like they'll have eBay up marketing.
Yeah.
Because they'll Google it on eBay and they'll see what they got.
Junk shops are cool, but they're hard to find. Like places where they just literally buy stuff by the fucking box and they just put the box on the floor and they're like, dig through it your fucking self and I'll make you an offer.
My favorite shops when traveling, you know, wherever you go, there is always that one really hippie shop that has junk everywhere. But it's so mesmerizing. And it's so like it's unorganized, but it's organized too, where it's like you have a button section, but all the buttons are different, and you have all these you know what I'm talking about, these little like pieces that look like they shouldn't go all together, but they're all similar enough to where they all belong together. And you have to take time to look and stare and like really look at what you're looking at, if that makes any sense. You have to take time in your day to like observe and, you know, take time to just shop around. If you don't buy anything, it's like a whimsical experience almost to just look, especially for rent.
You know
Especially
what,
if it's like in a very specific big city.
Two things. Someone asked me what kind of plants. Herbs are always a good thing because then you have them for cooking. Chives grow like weeds, so you can put them in the little teapot. And two, a little thing about if you donate to thrift stores. If thrift stores take donation, please, 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 don't donate clothes that are already garbage. Just throw them away. And don't. And I don't think anybody in the chat would do this, but on the off chance that there's someone who's done this, don't put actual garbage in the bag, because I volunteered for a thrift store that was like for the proceeds went to a battered women's shelter.
Are you talking about Sparrow's Nest?
What? No.
Sparrow's Nest?
Wings, actually.
Oh,
And I was digging through a bag of just disgusting stained baby clothes and ended up knuckle deep in baby shit. And I couldn't, and they're just like, yeah, that happens all the time. And I'm just like, someone donated a used diaper. They're like, yeah, no, they just throw it in the bag.
Yeah, they're like, we
Also-
should already
Nasty.
to throw this out, so we're just gonna toss it in the donation pile because that's the same thing, right? You had to go through all the effort to donate this thing, but
It's
you would take the time to take the diaper and walk it over to the garbage can instead of your donation box. Like, okay, I get it. Mistakes are made, but if this happens more than once, there's a problem.
Okay.
They're just like, oh no, it's a really common thing, and I'm sitting. That's literally like saying I accept that the stuff that I'm giving the battered women's shelter is literal garbage.
Or like they'll leave it at grocery shopping carts a lot of the time too. People will just fucking change their baby in their car and just leave it in the grocery cart, like because they don't like throwing out a diaper themselves. So
Guys,
they
it's
expect
like
someone
bare
else to brush it.
minimum of effort. Throw your baby shit diaper away, please.
Okay.
Ask the cashier where the garbage can is, because I guarantee you, I'd rather have you ask me than you leave it somewhere.
A few points
so-
I want to make. First off, fuck Chick-fil-A for throwing installation on me under the bus. And moving on from that, we have a few stream super chats that came in. I'm not sure when they came in because Google, in its vast wealth of resources, doesn't bother to mark when the time they actually came in. So I feel compelled to address them just in case they
Wait,
came in.
Don't we have like 9 more minutes until you do this?
They give it like 8 or 9 more minutes.
Some of them came in around the same time that other things that have already been addressed have been read.
Can I just address one thing from the chat? Because it's gonna eat away at me until it does. It gets
Do it.
addressed.
By all means, I have
Okay,
no
Prince of
objection.
Sorrow has asked what a consignment store is, and I feel compelled to explain. So a consignment store is where essentially you take your old, better quality clothes, not the shitty diaper stuff. It's not a thrift store, but it's a consignment store. So you
Frequently
take your
designer
clothes.
labels.
It could be any kind of label, but essentially you put your clothes up for sale, and the shop takes a portion of the proceeds when they do sell, and you get the remainder of the proceeds for when it does sell. But it sells it at a discount, and you get some of the profits essentially. So it's not a thrift store where you're literally just donating it and then you're done with it. But consignment is you co-sign to sell the thing at a profit.
Have you guys seen this like thing that they're doing in China, or I guess in like Hong Kong, China, around that area, where they're making actual machines where they break down like old clothing that has a bunch of holes in it, like let's say old pair of socks, and they're deconstructing it and turning it to thread, and you can actually make a sweater out of your old socks. And they look like decent clothes. Like there's like they're making that so they can recycle
cool.
old clothes.
That's actually a really good idea.
I actually have a really good consignment shop that I like to shop at where I used to live. So
Fun fact, some thrift stores, if they're not completely overrun with it, will actually take clothes that are too worn out and sell them as rag, and it gets basically shredded, and that becomes the filler for some of your cheap furniture.
Yep.
Chat addressed. Autosurf
Okay.
paid some sort of sum to say, "Oh, you really want me to talk about sexing you up?"
I wanna sex you out. That's how the song goes.
You wanna love me
I
now?
suppose so. That's the thing I think was most in danger of being overlooked in the appropriate time. I suppose we'll only have one more after that, so I can get it out of the way. But not before I address that the audience is generally hearing right now some Dr. Steele. I put the link to their product in the chat, but they actually retired, so they're sort of the late Dr. Steele at this point. I'm not going to say they inspired me, despite my lack of any meaningful musical talent. I mean, that wouldn't compel me to become more of a public figure. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm a complete fraud, and I ripped off Dr. Steele. Sue me.
Valentine.
American Phoenix said, "Hey, Thorne Midnight, how long until you think some American e-girl buys that clothing recycling machine and sells sweaters from her old socks for massive profit?"
All right.
I feel like it's worth more the product if you just sell your underwear.
Yeah, socks, underwear, whatever.
All right. All right. New business model. I'm gonna capitalize before anyone else can.
Like Magog made a tweet today saying how he wanted to draw like he said he wanted to draw like girls naked today. Like he was like, no, maybe we could do it. And I was just like, show your wizard feet on OnlyFans. More
boy.
demand.
For whatever reason, Weebo Jones, you've just gotten very fuzzy. And two, I understand that God might branch out into adult illustration. I'm supportive.
It's making good money.
Adult illustration.
Look, you gotta draw fur fact shit and food art, and that's
You
the only
don't
thing that really
necessarily have to draw fur fact shit, and food art is not the end of the world. It's not.
I'm just saying those are the two highest paying like drawings I've
Honestly,
seen.
the Fuda is less weird than the furry shit.
American
would
Phoenix
agree.
is demanding 10% royalty for the first year. We'll talk. All right.
Girl panty t-shirts. I'm just
We
saying.
will discuss.
You get a t-shirt and you get a picture of the girl that the
I'm
panty
doing
came from.
all the nitty gritty, dirty shenanigans. All right, that is involved with this whole process. We will talk. I could see maybe 2 to 5% royalties, but no more.
Yeah, Jeff M. Some thrift stores use old clothes and donate them to break down to rags. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They can make money doing that. Though some of them have said they've had to stop taking donations because they're getting way too many.
Dude, I will take tablecloths if you got them, like tablecloths that you're not going to use anymore, and I will turn them into something gorgeous.
Ooh, another fun one.
That is enough fabric for me to do something with. I can make a nice dress out of that. I can make a nice shirt out of that. Send me your tablecloths. Don't donate them to thrift stores.
Also, if there's ever a clothing donation that goes to like Africa or something, don't give them anything.
No,
Because
no.
a lot of the villages that it goes to, like the tailors and everything there, they're like, stop giving people free clothing. You are literally killing the local economy.
Yeah, so from what I understand, the textile industry in Africa is literally being throttled by the fact that we keep donating our clothes to Africa. The reason why this is the case is because it takes away jobs from the textile industry in Africa. So they're no longer able to produce any clothing. Literally, they're just getting free clothing and then selling it at like
Dirt
20
cheap.
cents a pop. Super, super cheap. So what essentially is happening is none of the cotton is getting picked in that sense, and those people are getting jobs. The cotton that is picked is not
being
getting.
picked in Africa.
I know what I said. I know what I said. But the cotton that would have gotten picked does not go to a plant to get produced into thread that would produce the t-shirts
It's
that
raw
would produce the actual shop job. So literally you are taking away from an entire industry because you are sending already made textiles to already produced t-shirts to, I know, don't tell me to calm down, to Africa.
Yeah, Marcin Johansson, you can't compete with free.
Exactly.
Tom Shoes also was really bad about that too, because I remember everyone was like, Tom Shoes, early 2000s, Tumblr, you know, so trendy. And
Donate seeds if you must.
Yeah, it was like, it's so good. They're like crappy quality shoes, but like
They're
you got to
garbage.
donate.
They were garbage. They're like, the shoes were so terrible, they were basically in tatters after 3 months. You know how far some of these folks walk?
It's slightly wet and you
Hold up.
can stink feet, man. It soaks the whole. It's like a rag. It's like if it soaks up any water, it's completely soaked up into the actual shoe. And most shoes, if they're higher quality, will be made out of rubber, a higher quality material that will be resistant to water. Because guess what? Your feet fucking sweat. So the last thing you want your shoes to do is to absorb water, because that can get you foot funguses. That can expose you to bacteria. That can be really fucking bad. Also makes you stink. Like, that's why you don't buy Tom shoes, because they're a lower quality. If moccasins are a little bit better quality than Tom shoes are, because they're made of a material that's more resistant, but they still get wet really easily. Just don't buy shoes. If you're gonna invest in shoes, don't buy them if they're not water resistant, because that can be really bad for you.
Who would watch a show with me, Weebo, and Spooky just bitching about random shit?
Let's do it.
The rat said this is Craft Quest. Well, just because we're girls and we like crafting shit.
Well, if I had a better camera,
Craft things. Art
Oh, wait, hold on. Don't sound off spin-offs on this stream while I'm hosting it. Do it when Magog's hosting it, so he has to take the blame.
Look, I think we've all been through watching soap making tutorials. Haven't we all, like, just been curious, like,
Actually,
how is
no.
soap made? It's so
I
fascinating.
who
It's
right
so
past
aesthetically
that.
pleasing.
Candles, though.
How to solder like piping and how to brick a house. Blew right past that.
Okay.
I love TikToks that are about house making and refurbishing old houses. It's so
No, there's a whole genre on YouTube about just house building, renovation, time lapses. It's my bread and butter, people.
Very cute. In any case, we've once hit the point where I actually have to, interject and address the rest of the stream super chats, rather, not Streamlabs. I'm just used to doing the Streamlabs, so it's a bit conflicting. In any case, first off, the next 6 minutes paid $2 to say apologies, director. Bav6 about to get a $$ beat. Good. Beat that ass.
Beat that
And
ass.
next up, Marcin Jansen paid $5 to say, listen, Doc, if Orla wants to bring up that topic, may I suggest the Natural Cycles app for fertility management?
Oh.
This is what I have.
Orla Seraph wants to eat my kidneys.
Kitty making muffins.
I need my kidneys, at least one of them. But I do appreciate the support otherwise.
Is that all?
Okay, yeah, that's actually it. That's all I wanted to continue to say.
Marcin Johnson has recommended to us to watch This Old Crack House by Angry Cops, which I am already familiar with. If you guys don't want it, like,
I
if you
think I
guys
need to watch that.
check out This Old Crack House. It's a good time. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Remind me
so as
later.
far as-
I'm not sure I'll remember when I sober up. That said, I also want to
Streamline?
recommend everyone look up Bardcore. Egads, I love Bardcore. I listen to Bardcore before every every side quest. When I'm obligated to portray Arcturus, that asshole, I listen to Bardcore. It's great.
All right. So as far as Streamlabs goes, the Infidel donated $10 to say, love these out of costume show. These out of costume show. I think you mean out of costume shows, but thank you so much. We do it because we're lazy. And also, we love providing content and just talking to you guys about crafting
Stuff.
things.
I like talking about my crafting chops because I can brag about it then.
I don't
you
have
guys-
crafting shops, but I got plans.
Hypothetically, now
Have
the
you guys
audience
been to the
physically
whole
pains
of-
me.
Have you guys been down to the whole of resin making though?
No,
Oh,
no.
Resin making is so interesting because there's so many things people can like custom make with like just plastic, and also you can get like custom like coasters like I showed you earlier, custom hair combs, like all sorts of things, and they're all just super pretty. And they'll put like flowers and sparkles and aesthetically pleasing things. Someone just asked, Spooky Weebtrash ASMR stream when?
Yes, there's Orla. Unrelatedly.
Well, depends. Pay me
They
like
asked if there
pay
was a Bardcore Gangster's Paradise, and yes.
If
they-
you pay me like $100 or $200, I will do a whole stream like this, just whispering, just to get on everyone's nerves.
Don't. She'll do it. Don't.
Actually,
I want to discourage
if
this,
we were
and I don't
to
think I'm
do
working.
an ASMR stream, I would take that opportunity to do all of my paperwork at the same time.
This is like ASMR side quest and chill, do homework.
Well, no, because I have files that need to get organized into their proper filing systems because I'm super autistic like that, and the rustling of paper would make for good ASMR content.
American Phoenix is trying to drag me into this.
ASMR
You could just
very disturbing
pretend
to
to
me.
eat on stream. It would be a good time. We could go on Twitch. We can make a buckload.
I will chew into the mic and make you all miserable.
So long as we're not eating pickles, because
If I had no self-respect,
Why?
I would
pickles?
probably do ASMR, but I can't get over it. Like, because people
ASMR.
you sound like
you
a fucking horror film.
Have you not witnessed the pickle lady? Has no one seen the pickle lady?
I love her.
No. But I'm
Oh,
sure
alright,
you're gonna say something to me
alright.
afterward. Oh no.
We're gonna watch the pickle lady after the show, and you're gonna tell me what you think of the pickle lady. It's a whole other ASMR experience that
We're
you've
about
not
to lose
dealt
like 10, 20 viewers.
We already did. It's fine.
I was about to say I like pickles. This is about to ruin pickles for me.
Yeah, it will. It will.
No, I
ruin
don't want to see it then. I like pickles
But-
and I can't eat that many things.
Hang on. Pickles are already good enough by themselves that nothing on the earth. Oh, goodbye. absolutely nothing could make me want to love them less. I know.
If they are dill. This may surprise you as an American. It surprises me certainly.
Horrible.
Do people actually like sweet pickles?
Yes.
I like sweet pickles. I like dill pickles. I like all pickles.
If it's
I
not a
just
dill
like dill
pickle, I
pickles.
don't think it's a pickle.
I
It's
like
wrong.
things that have been pickled.
They make non-dill pickles, and they are wrong. It is wrong. They should feel bad.
Pickled peppers are pretty good.
I'm very concerned because Izub is disturbed.
You leave the pickle lady there. It's horrible. It's
Izub
let me
is
just say
disturbed now.
it's gonna ruin your day.
Like, I'd rather watch Kira the Wolf talk about raping animals.
I was about to say, Kira the Wolf came back today. I don't think my day can get much worse.
No. It will thoroughly ruin your day.
It's also, by the way, happy anniversary of the year of our 2 weeks of fucking lockdown.
Woo!
Yeah, that curve. 2 weeks of just flattening the curve.
But it's not appropriate.
Is everyone having a good time? I'm having a great time.
It's right there.
Oh, are you coming back to me?
Theme.
Valentine.
Yeah, join. Or
Love
nuts.
me. Alright.
I do love
I like
the
how your
elf theme,
cat says
though.
Valentine.
Dude, she knows her name. I've had her for less than a month, and she knows her name.
I like that the tail's just in the frame.
It's got such an active tail. It's nuts. I wish I could get both her and myself in frame, because then I'd make like bang.
You know, your cat's an asshole after they just use the box and then they want your attention just to rub box smell on you. You're like, you fucking stink cat. But they're like, oh, but you want to touch me, right? Right?
Okay.
I nicknamed her Sticky Butt because, oh my god.
I am compelled to extraordinary honesty in this context. I recently commented about a dog that saved some lives and challenged people to post videos of cats doing comparable things, and I got drowned in them. I will acknowledge that yes, cats can do the same heroic things as dogs, but they also posted almost all of them the exact same video of cats doing a heroic thing, so I stand by my initial assertion that dogs generally beat the odds more than cats do for heroic defensive things.
Well,
Kind of
cats,
hard to do heroic things when you're like 20 pounds tops.
yeah, cats are not gonna go back and save your ass from a fire. No, that's not the cat way to do.
Yeah,
No,
and I
they
respect that. Don't get me wrong. I understand.
They need it. They will not do
I
this.
don't hate cats. I prefer dogs, but I don't hate cats.
I don't think I could have a dog in my current apartment situation. I actually am not supposed to have 2 cats or even 1 cat technically. It's against the terms of my lease agreement, but I have an in with the landlord, so.
I'm of the opinion that the best of absolutely everything are doing the best they can in their own context. This applies to dogs, cats, and people.
Yeehaw.
So it's like yelling, reptiles aren't capable of loving you.
No.
I don't like snakes.
I like snakes.
I really don't like snakes.
I
I
can't
like
have any
rats.
other animals though that are smaller than this one because this one will immediately devour them.
Well, it's not really
I
fair to
didn't have a-
snakes. The problem with snakes is they're not expressive. So if they love you or hate you, they have very few ways of making that clear.
Snakes
My-
are cute.
So my entire family hates snakes except for my brother who has a snake, a ball python. Her name is Joey. And he actually got a second ball python, I'm pretty sure, and he's gonna breed them. So he's gonna enter into the whole python market.
They have
So-
cute faces. They have like puppy dog faces.
I mean, they do
Python.
have cute faces, but like it's the whole snake that I can't stand. It's not just it's not the face; it's the everything.
Okay, well,
If I didn't have a cat, I would want rats. I love rats. They're so smart and so cute. I love
You-
rats.
Yes, they
and-
are. I have experience with animal cognition and training rats, and I loved working with them.
I hate hamsters. I hate gerbils beyond proper
Those are assholes.
eloquent expression. They just They have fed me on an existential level. I see them, and I just want take a fucking nap. Damn it!
I think of hamsters, I get constantly reminded that they eat their babies. I'm sure rats do too, but I hear so many stories of hamsters eating their babies.
The only pet I can't get behind is probably insects, because why?
Spiders.
Yes.
I like spiders. I just don't want one as a pet.
Before I got distracted by my extensive gerbil hate, I also hate hamsters, by the way. I have reasons to believe they are pure evil. And I want to say, my main point is that I agree with Spooky Weebtrash. Rats, especially domesticated rats, are the absolute best.
They're very smart.
I'm mildly scared of ferrets.
Oh, yeah.
I like ferrets, but I also am scared of them because they're nippy.
I will say, I think the worst genre on YouTube, one of the worst genres on YouTube, are PetTube. People who hoard animals like that should be fucking put on a pike. Like, that's
the
awful.
ones that they rescue the animal, but they fucking put them there in the first place?
Or like, Taylor Nicole Dean's a pretty good example of that, where she's like... Taylor lives in Texas, right? Right? And
right.
She's a heavy drug addict, if you guys don't know.
No.
Basically is immobilized drug addict because she uses heroin, which of course if you use your heroin, the only thing you want to do on heroin is sleep. And so she has so many reptiles, so many animals, she hoards them, and then the snow happened, right? And the whole of Texas had no fucking power.
Oh no.
But this fucking dumb bitch really went on Instagram. She's like, no, my reptiles are great. They're alive. You see, it's not a problem. I know all of Texas now. But, they're fine. I had a backup generator, I swear. It's like,
they all fucking
no,
died.
you fucking didn't. No, you fucking did not. If fucking Grimes and Elon Musk are shivering with their baby in the middle of Texas, because they live in Austin, Texas, there's no goddamn way you saved those reptiles, you fucking vapid bitch. Like, sorry, that's a whole nother tangent, but like, I'm sure if Michelle was here, she would have completely agreed too. Like, the irresponsibleness of PetTube is disgusting. Don't hoard animals, please. Hoard anything else besides creatures that need to depend on you to fucking live. That's abusive. Like, holy shit. But yeah, that's if I had to complain about YouTube things, like, I think PetTube should just not be a thing at all.
In a happier note, normally Lulu immediately wants me to put her down, but she's just decided she wants to fall asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, I have the same problem right now on my lap. Valentine's just kind of chilling here.
So, plot twist, this is PetTube.
You're all getting the ginger a little heated. The ginger gets heated over certain topics. The ginger withheld.
I'm sorry, was that...
No, you're imagining things, you're insane.
No, because I have a series that uses that soundtrack too.
Was that Law and Order?
Was that what I think it was?
Was that the ding ding from Law and Order?
The ding ding. The Law and Order ding ding. Produced by
I am this close to going crazy with the soundboard, so I'm going to dial that back and not do that thing.
Anyway.
My dog is heavy.
Oh.
He's so jumbo. Boy, girl?
Girl.
Notably, in a minute, I'm going to catch up on Super Chats and hypothetically Streamlabs if there are any additional.
Sleeping girl. Sleepy girl.
Aww, my heart.
If there are any Super Chats or Streamlabs after this next minute, well, that'll suck for you, I guess.
Sorry.
That was a nice goat impression, I must say.
Oh, hello, dear. Can I help you?
Hello, Valentine.
Are my boobs ready for you? No, they're not. But are you gonna claw at them anyway? Yes, you are.
She can stay here until my legs start to fall asleep. Then she gotta
Honestly, I can't move. I am confined to this space for the duration of her stay. I work on Valentine's.
Objectively unable to determine whether or not I've performed a good job as host for this whole thing that we've done here.
Didn't talk about guns enough.
Can we get Arcater a parrot?
No! But rats are okay.
that wouldn't be a constant disruption on the stream or anything.
I think we should get him for it.
Rats
One of my
are...
relatives have chickens.
Hilarious.
Oh
I
my
love-
god. Oh my god, imagine an African Grey freaking mimicking Ark of all people.
I know. I wanted to say 3-syllable words. Maybe even 4-syllable words. We'll see.
See, if I had a parrot, it'd just be a bunch of swears.
I enjoy my relatives. Like one of my relatives has chickens. I enjoy.
I'm sorry.
feeding-
Did you want to say something? Did I say something that offends?
No, you didn't hit a nerve, and I have no experience with African Greys in general, and... Fuck you.
I think
In
he's
most
trying to-
affectionate fashion, but not objectively, because I am romantically and sexually unavailable.
That's fair. Wait, why would you want to be romantically or sexually available for a bird?
Why wouldn't I want to be unavailable for a bird?
I don't know.
Now I want to give you an umbrella cockatoo and just make your life miserable.
I kind of want to do that. Too.
I have no
Can
history with
we-
cockatoos either.
They're awful.
we
Like
practice?
dive bomb your face.
You monster.
We need to get Ark something that talks back. Because-
No!
A
Never
raven.
again! No!
Do you think he'd appreciate a raven though?
I think
I
it just be
noticed-
Dog 2.0 though, right?
We have super chats.
talk,
Give 'em the
but they
one,
do
but
remember.
Dude, we should get Jeremy a raven.
you're
He actually has
conjuring
one.
I want a
Actually-
hawk. I don't
There
have
you
a
go.
place to put it, but when I,
I
do,
want no birds.
I
used
want
to
more
have
rats. I want to stress, I absolutely do love rats as pets. I think
Me
they're
too.
the perfect pet, and they're smart, and they're great. I hate all the rodents except for rats.
Bats
I
are
love
cute
the
too. Bats are cute as fuck. Okay,
Someone give me
especially
a
the-
puppy.
Super chats.
Ooh, she woke up.
I suppose.
Jeff Him
I
gave
will
$5
allow it.
to say, Weibo only came back just so when she leaves again, we donate enough to purchase a new car. Just joking! So glad to have you back from Excalibur's light.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I don't anticipate leaving anytime soon, so you guys are stuck with me. Sorry. Not sorry. Suck
We
it.
haven't horrified you yet? I need to amp my game.
You do, because I'm here, so I bring the batting average up.
Really just... I feel like I'm dragging things down. It's...
It's okay.
No, you're not. It's okay.
It's okay.
I've let down Dr. Stu.
Arcties and emu? Could you imagine?
Joy of Sorrows, the hawk will kill your cats and local small dogs. Actually, there's hawks in Chicago, and they mostly just eat the pigeons because there's so many of them.
And pigeons deserve it. Fuck pigeons.
I've
That's
actually
why we want hawks.
I've seen that happen in real life, and it's so fast. Like
Fun fact.
they'll just like that. They'll grab them.
I have a fun fact. Doves are actually just white pigeons. Cool.
Yes,
Okay.
they are. They are pigeons.
Yeah, they're about as retarded, and they shit as much too.
We have additional super chats I need to address before we run out of time. Smoking
Carry on.
Rat said, Ark, you should cosplay Gabrielle from Xena. I had to make sure you saw this.
Weren't they in like a lesbian relationship? Xena
That's
and her,
what they want you to think.
but they didn't actually go all the way.
Another
I never
Right.
actually saw an episode.
Yes, but no, but yes. I'm not saying it's aliens, but yes.
Another dumb fun fact: there is one species of snake that is actually capable of growing a fondness for you, and that's the rat snake, because they actually have the biggest brain out of any snake, and they actually have that part of the brain.
That's surprising because I have personal experience with rat snakes, and I have to say they are the most absolutely dedicatedly obnoxious snakes I've ever. This is really too much. Ark. Gabrielle from Xena. I'm pained by the accuracy of that suggestion. Martin Johansson then paid $2 to say, Peregrine Falcon for Ark takes no sass. Thank you, Martin Johansson, but I don't think that's objectively true. Unless you're just wanting Peregrine Falcon to give me shit, which they probably would because I'm terrible with birds, but rats. Rats are the best. I want to stress this again. If you're getting a pet, confine to a cage, make it a rat.
Rats.
Make it a
Yeah,
big
I would
rat.
definitely
Big
have
cage
familiar
for the rats.
patch.
Rat's best. Rat's good.
I would have a snake or a rat if I didn't know that Lulu would eat it in about 5 seconds the first time it got out of its cage.
All right.
Okay, we're caught up on Super Chats.
No Streamlabs.
Okay. Well, cool. I don't
Can't
think
feel my arm.
I don't get the feeling in general that people have been less than amused.
Less than
I think
you.
they're adequately amused.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean,
Are you going?
if it wasn't this, and for me personally, I would have gone nothing. Nothing.
What are you
I'm
doing?
not hopping on that. It's fine.
Can I help you?
Yeah, she's telling you that she's here and she wants attention. Obviously,
Not the desk right now.
she's the queen of the situation.
Where are you going?
Best for
Why are you
NYC Sewer Gator. I don't know that's not objectively accurate, but I have my doubts.
Are you coming back? Okay, she's coming back. Bye. It's okay.
Hmm.
Didn't they just recently find somebody in Chicago that had an alligator in their fucking basement?
I don't know.
Also, Gex is speaking for Cat Weaver Jones and saying, quote unquote, look at my asshole.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
essentially what's going on. She's got a stinky butt, so that's kind of
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, I think I have nightmares of stuff like that where I have like a responsibility, like a pet that I cannot take care of or something like that. That's awful.
No more canned tuna for you, Missy.
She just fucking brap in your face.
No. But it's residual.
Oh god, Lulu. Mind
No, she
it.
just
Jesus.
It's a struggle.
Oh.
You know what I wish? I wish she buried what it was that she did in the litter box because they're supposed to, but she doesn't. She's a lazy piece of shit.
ever have like a cat that scratched the side of the walls like it made a fucking difference? I used to have a cat that was like that. She goes screech,
Smell-
screech, screech, screech.
Yeah,
and
you
she's like,
smell
"What?
awful.
Screech, screech."
You smell awful.
Yep. Look at my asshole. Yep. Yep.
I will say, cats farting is the most foul stench you'll ever smell.
Thanks, but no, I'm gonna disagree from where
It's
I'm
like-
sitting currently in a cloud of fart.
It's just like,
I'm just happy that she likes to spend time with me, and she enjoys my company, and she wants my attention.
are you looking at your boob cup art?
Just get
This
comfortable. Let's
was a
rip.
very small Tesla ball that I already named Wesley, and it just failed me. I didn't even reveal it publicly.
Maybe you shouldn't give it a gay name like Wesley.
Its predecessor was named Herbert. Herbert
Wow.
West, the reanimator. It was,
I like that.
and it started working for a brief moment, and then it just stopped again. What the hell's going on with you, Wesley?
George Sauer
You're
says
letting her
Capit's
put
pretty
down.
fucking foul. Yes, it is. Why are we talking about Cappy?
Cat piss doesn't ever come out. So.
Never. No, it doesn't. It's there forever.
Shut up, Wesley.
When I press down on it, it works. What's... Don't disappoint me, Wesley.
What's
There will
happening
be
with the end of
terrible
the show?
repercussions.
Mhm,
This
it's
is
been 2
my
hours.
way to end
Maybe it's just the batteries are low. I can replace the
The
batteries.
skunk
Yeah.
incident 2.0?
Should-
I don't know. She didn't almost throw up because of her
the show. Should we
dog's
open
fart.
up the last 5 minutes to chat time?
Again.
Like, fully dedicated to responding to their questions, do you think?
Sure.
Yes,
You have
do
a
it.
question?
Sure,
Questions asked.
I guess.
We're not
Would that
showing
be
feet
streamed
pics.
till October, or is that it? If not, then we can entirely dedicate it to answering the chat's questions.
Weebo, have
Yes.
you ever had anyone like in your DMs and request feet pics?
No, actually. I've had everything else been requested, but not feet. I've never had a feedback. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah, chat, if you have questions for our lovely cast of
Woo!
4, please go ahead and proceed to ask the questions. We will do our best to answer them. And Hopefully seriously. At least in my case, I will.
They're just talking about cat piss still.
Well,
this is a very debated topic. Is cat piss?
Apple cider vinegar is how you get cat piss smell out of clothing.
That's because vinegar has a strong smell too. So I think that's probably why.
Vinegar will. So you do also have to like rub it out, but the vinegar will neutralize the smell.
American Phoenix is the first question. Will you marry me? It's weirder when I'm out of character.
That's a no.
Is it a no in any context? And you know they'll take what they can get. I'm pretty sure.
He knows. He's kidding.
You guys are just talking about cat piss. I like this is the cat piss stream.
I remember when I started getting marriage proposals on the internet. I think it still happens every once in a while too.
Have you ever had a stan?
A stan? I've had.
Yes, his name is American Phoenix.
I got a lot of notoriety on Twitter before my old account got yeeted, and I had people that would name themselves after my Twitter handle.
Is there a female equivalent of a stan? So I've got like
a stan.
One maybe. It's just stands?
Oh, like
straight up.
They're still just stands.
I want to stress how much I'm gobsmacked by the fact that I hypothetically have stands. I appreciate you.
So our favorite author, ladies and gentlemen.
Favorite author? Gosh.
Oh, that's easy. Mark Twain, both as an author and as a person.
Exodus asked if you could become a werewolf. Would you? Yes, if, and this is important, I need to have some measure of control over the alternate form.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I like George Orwell. I really like 1984. Gosh.
So do I. And I'm actually really pissed about the fact that some unnamed assholes would refer to 1984 and cite that that's actually a parable about why you should totally trust the authorities and the experts.
I think, in terms of favorite authors, I have to go with, and I can't even remember her name, but her book is on my shelf.
I like Oscar Wilde too. He's really good.
Catherine Gilbert Murdoch, author of Dairy Queen and Princess Bed. My favorite book of all time.
Or Eric Blair. Do you know that his corpse in its coffin is approaching relativistic speeds?
Ugh.
It is.
Yes. No. Yes. No.
It's just...
Yes.
Eric Blair, also known as George Orwell, wrote so many things that have been so dead on in this present era especially that it's just...
Spooky Weebtrash, what is your favorite movie? Gosh, a whole bunch of them. I'm bad at picking favorites, but one of my favorites are always musicals. So Rocky Horror Picture Show.
First time this year, actually.
Really?
Or no, actually, technically last year though.
Repo the Genetic Opera is fucking amazing. If you've never seen it before, holy shit. Lion King. Fucking Mean Girls. That's not a musical, but it's one of my favorites. But yeah, that's a pretty good estimate. Like I love most musicals because it's like I'm enjoying like a soundtrack, but a performance at the same time. So and that's why I like it. And also like musicals are fucking hard. They're extremely hard to do without coming off as too campy, but enjoyable at the same time. But also like the campiness adds to it, in my opinion.
I've been asked by American Phoenix if I prefer the 45 or the 9mm, and since my only gun that I own is a 9mm, I'm gonna have to default with that one.
Guns good.
Kimber Evo ST.
Well, sort of asked, don't you have like 3 ladies and 2 guys? To which I have to reply, 4. Maybe?
4 ladies.
4 ladies.
I count as double the woman.
Have you ever seen Thorne?
What?
I guess I'm flattered.
I fucking hate musicals.
You fucking.
Notably,
Dude,
if you're
so
trying...
good. You've never seen it though before.
I have seen it. I fucking hated it.
Why? I hate musicals.
I don't like them.
I love musicals.
Yes,
With the
Art.
exceptions, they're allowed to mention Little Shop of Horrors, with the exception of Little Shop of Horrors for some fucking reason.
Alright, Art has something to say.
Have you ever seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the sequel, Shock Treatment? I think that's a... Is that a joke? I don't...
That didn't need a sequel.
If it does have a sequel, no, I don't think I would ever watch a sequel. It's like if I ever watched like a Beetlejuice sequel, it's like that same kind of like tone of like horror makes camp comedy.
That was almost a thing, by the way.
Beetlejuice the musical is an actual thing. That's a thing on Broadway.
What do you want?
What do you want?
What could you ever have a genetic perfection? Your designer heart still beats. Oh, things like lyrics at me. But yeah, I fucking love. I love Repo the Genetic Opera. Oh god.
Sorry, yelling at most.
Yeah, I'm not really into like action stuff. I'm like into like really niche, like like niche stuff that only a few people will get or like. So that's just kind of like, got me a hipster all you want, but that's my favorite kind of music. But my favorite kind of movies are stuff that you don't really see a whole lot, that really make you question and think about what you're watching. Like what's it called? Clockwork Orange is a really good example. Stuff like that. Well, oh, Ark's putting something.
Yes, I want to stress now that it's actually a minute past the time when I should have shut this off already. That
My husband wants me to say that my favorite movie is Pirates 2005, as in the porn. And I'm just saying it because it's funny, but it wasn't my idea.
The first Pirates is fucking amazing, though. Unironically, that is a fucking amazing.
It kind of
movie.
is.
It's like one of the best pirate movies ever. Any the other ones are kind of.
I'm like, I'm not even invested in this as porn anymore. The story is actually good.
Pirates, but the porn parody of Pirates of the
I'm
Caribbean.
trying to think about
Is
early
that right?
porn that I've seen that has a good story.
None of them.
Well, some hentai does actually. Like there's a lot of like mainstream anime that's based off of porn games. What's it called? Fate's based off of porn games. There's this one that will really fuck you up called what is it called? I'm brainfarting like names tonight.
Whammon. I'm conflicted. I require input on this. Strictly speaking, we are now 2 minutes over the hypothetically scheduled end of all this. Shall we continue, or shall I just, say screw you all and we're over?
We're just answering questions. If you want.
Let's go.
Anybody else have more questions?
Do you have anything that just
So-
painting you guys for us to answer?
Be it. Do we have any further super chats or Streamlabs to address?
Oh wait. Yeah. So the next 6 minutes donated $1 say. Let's see. I'm about to dox Weebo Jones. Her real name is Gildersleeves Martha